It's show and tell time. Stick around if you want to see what this is all about. Well, hello, and welcome to Killer Kitsch Lizzie, my weird little place where I like to knit and sew, do other crafty things, and have show and tell time. So recently I have been given some amazing things from a couple of friends. One of which, she was going through her mother's, auditing her mother's closets, and came across a couple of things that her mother no longer uses, and thought that I would love them. As well as have another bunch of patterns and stuff here that comes from another friend's mother who she doesn't use the patterns anymore. And my friend said, I sew, I have a YouTube channel about sewing and knitting and all that stuff. And her mother said, give it to her. So I got really lucky and especially hit the jackpot with the patterns. Wait till you see these. So I'm just going to start with the first two items, which are purses, which came from my lovely friend Ermina. Thank you to her mother as well. She knows I love vintage purses, and she figured, especially this one, which is from the Philippines, and it's made with coconut skin. So she figured that this would work really well with my tiki outfits, my tiki wardrobe, and she is correct. So, and it's huge. It holds a lot of stuff. And in here are two other little surprises. She gave me two nylon scarves. A yellow one. Oops. Don't fall off. And a blue one. And I've left these in here for now. I will take them out and put them away after this video is done. But yes, it's a lovely bag. Oops, sorry, I just hit my mic. That's going to get a lot of use with my tiki outfits. And then the other bag that she gave me, stay there, is this. And it has a long, I like to do cross body bags. It's another vintage purse. This one needs a little bit of TLC. I just need to fix the snap is missing part of it. So I'm either going to take this one off and just replace the whole thing. Like I'll put some fabric here to hold another one part of the snap piece, and I'll probably replace that. But a cute, fun summer crossbody bag. I mean, it's not meant to be a crossbody bag. It's meant to hang this way, but if it's got a long strap, it's going across the body. I just like to have my hands free. I'm weird that way. Then, this bag of goodies is from my friend Christine and her mom. Now, what initially made her think of me too, on top of everything else, was she saw my Agatha bag tutorial, and these are plastic bag handles. I don't know what year they're from, but you can tell they're vintage because, one, they were $2.50, but they were made in Montreal. And unfortunately, in Canada, we don't manufacture a lot. There is manufacturing happening in Canada, don't get me wrong. Not as much as there used to be. So that is one way that you can tell if something is vintage, is if it says that it was manufactured in like Toronto or Montreal or, something like that. So these are going to go to good use because I have a few bags that I'm going to be making very soon. Upcoming video. Then I actually don't even know how many patterns are here. I did a quick look through when I was with my friend. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do an overhead of all of these because trying to show them to you here, you're not going to see get the full view of the pattern covers, front and back. So there's I don't know, about a dozen patterns here, I guess. Sure, let's say a dozen. Anyway, so there is a mix of Simplicity, Butterick, McCall's, I think. Yeah, Style. I think Style is part of one of the big four. I can't remember which one. And yeah, and it's mostly a mix of 1970s patterns. There's one 1980s ones in here, early 1980s, but mostly sorry, I'm just gonna set this one aside for a moment. Mostly it's 70s, 1970s, and the beauty of these patterns, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, another early 80s here, which is funny enough because this is like similar to the Haslam bodice I just did for the Tiki series. But yeah, no, these are 70s. Mostly mid to late 70s, let's say. But the beauty of all these patterns are there for a bust 40. Bust 40! All of them. I think almost all of them. I think there might be the odd 38 in here, maybe? 40, 40. Can't tell. That one's in like sizes. Yep. 40. 40. I'm a 42 most of the time. 40. Yeah, they're all 40s. Every one of them. Oh, that one's a 34. But I think that's a 34 waist. Yes. So there is a skirt pattern here that is a 34 waist, which is fine. I only have to grade up a little bit with this. But yeah, this is like, oh my god. So the next little bit you're gonna see is going to be the overhead of. I'm gonna go through each of these individually. But the thing that blows my mind about vintage patterns, and I wish they still did it, was you would get multiple pieces in a pattern. So as an example, there is a above the knee length dress, ankle length dress, top, and pants. Why don't we do this still? Again, blows my mind. This one has a variety of different sleeve options. That's the one I just talked about. This one is a blouse, 2 different styles of blouse and 3 different lengths of skirt. I think this one might be, yeah, this one is another blouse with skirts. I think there's one in here that's like a whole bunch of stuff, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. Maybe I'm dreaming. Was it this one in here? One of them, the envelope is really falling apart, so. No, I think no, I'm dreaming. This one I'm pulling out because it is, it's a Butterick pattern. The woman on the front, I don't know if it is or not. She almost looks like Dorothy Hamill. So this is probably an early, I'm going to say this is an early 80s pattern. I was just looking to see if there was a date. Some of them do have dates on them. And again, this will be in the overheads because you're not going to see it very well. And I'll point it out there too. But the woman on front, we all had this haircut in my family. So the women in my family are my mother and me and my sister, or my sister and I. And at one point, my mom got us all the exact same haircut. And there's a family photo somewhere with us with this haircut. Oh my god. And also that's the style of dress my mother would have worn then too, so. Oh my god. The minute I saw this pattern, I like started giggling because I was like, that's my mom on the cover. Oh my god. too funny. Anyways, so without further ado, we're gonna move on to the overhead, and I'm actually gonna go through these patterns one at a time with you. Okay, so this is the overhead portion of the video. Now, I've gone through, I sort of organized these slightly. A lot of these are from the 70s, and there's a couple from the 80s. So I've gone through and I'm looking at the backs as well. This pattern in particular is from 1972. All the patterns I'm going to show you are a 40 bust. And it's a mix of Simplicity McCall's and a couple other ones. Butterick is one, and then a couple other ones. So this is Simplicity 5004, and it is a bunch of variations of a zip-up dress and shorts. As I mentioned, I love that they used to do multis and patterns. Like, you know, when I say multi, I mean a top, a skirt, a shirt, or sorry, a pants. Dresses sometimes had like boleros, shorts, you know, multiple different sleeve options, neck options, things like that. So that is pretty sweet. Anyway, so I'm going to go through these one at a time. I'm just going to point a couple things out. If the year is on it, I'll tell you the year. I don't want this to be a super long video, so. And this one is actually in a brown paper bag because it is falling apart. So. So the next ones I'm going to show you are all dresses, and the reason I put these two together is because they're similar sort of necklines. So, or cut. Maybe not just neckline, but the cut of the dress is very similar. Actually, I'll put them both under so you can see that right away. Now, the dress on the right, what I'm touching right now, is Simplicity 882. This one does not have the, oh, hold on. 1970. And this is McCall's 3608 and 1973. So 73, 70. Oh, by the way, I know someone's going to ask. I'm not selling these. These are, you know, I just wanted to show you the patterns that Christine and her mom gave me. And the thing that cracks me up, like, that was 90 cents. This was $1.25. The first one I showed you was $1.10. Yeah, what are sewing patterns now? These kind, 35 bucks, $35 now, Canadian. I don't know what it is, US or in pounds or not, but or euro. But in Canada, it'd be about $35. And then they always have great line drawings on the back. This one has a open neck with the collar. You can do a tied or you can do a not tied. Does that come with the belt too? Yep. And it comes with the belt. And this one has three different necklines. Tighter, a little bit more of a scoop, and a square. And then it can be sleeveless or sleeved. Actually, same with this one, sleeveless or sleeved. So the next two, again are, you know, pretty similar in the way they look. There we go, in the middle. Make sure you're in the middle. You know, this one has a seam here, and this one has a seam under the bust. But it's a fairly similar style. This one is sleeved or sleeveless. This one has sleeveless, short sleeve, long sleeve. It also comes with pants, and you could do it like above the knee, or ankle length. And again, amazing, amazing line drawings. And the pants on here would be pretty easy to make. They're pretty straightforward. It's literally just like, yeah, side zip, 4 pieces. Is there even a waist on this? No, it's a facing. There's no actual waistband on this. It's a facing. So that would be super easy to make. And then this one is, you know, 3 dress lengths, shorter, like tennis dress length, above the knee and ankle. Same neckline on all, and short sleeve option and sleeveless option. Oh, these also come with pants for the so the tennis dress has pants. And this is McCall's 3595. Oh, and the other one was McCall's 3745. Okay, so the next 3 styles, there's a Butterick, a McCall's, and a Style. Does that even exist anymore? It's a British. Oh, it was printed in Great Britain, but it's a Canadian pattern. 1972. And that's Style 3773. Interesting. This is McCall's 3030. And this is Butterick 3770. Now these are the multis that I was talking about. Multiple patterns in the packet. So for this one, we're getting the skirt and the top. And the top is either sleeveless. Oh, sorry. Show you that again. It's the top and the dress. Apologize, my phone is making noises. Sorry about that. I guess there's like 2 collar options, like a mock turtleneck and a pointed collar. Sleeveless, long sleeve, and then 3 lengths of skirt. Then the McCall's 3030 is 2 lengths of skirt and 2 long sleeve blouses. And then the Butterick is 3770 is just the skirts in this case, and it's 3 lengths. And in the case of this one, all the other ones I think go by the bust size. This one, because it is just a skirt, it is noting that it is a 34-inch waist. And in this case, a 44-inch hip. So I'm just looking to see if this gives you a hip measurement. It does not. Oh, no, I lied. The skirt's the largest size, which is the 40, is a 44-inch hip. And I'm just looking to see if this one gives you a finished hip measurement. It does not. Oh, and the years are 1972. This one does not have a year. I'm assuming it's around the same time. And 1971. So far all these patterns have been early 70s. Now these ones, I'm just looking to see if there's years on this one. This one I'm gonna come to last. I briefly talked about it. This is 1980. That's 1977. I just did a Haslam tutorial for a very similar bodice. Now this one is a it has a gathered tier at the bottom. The in the case of this one, the cuff goes all the way around the top of the dress with a gathered skirt. Very, very similar to the dress that I just showed how to self-draft with Haslam. It's very cute. And then this one, so that was 77, I believe. This was 1980. This is super cute. I actually am probably going to be making this one at some point. It has 2 lengths. What year did I say this was? 1980. Did this one have a year? Yeah, 1980. Hip. Oh, this is in centimeters. So the hip on here is 112 centimeters, which I think is about a 44, if I remember correctly, 44 inches, something like that. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it you know, I could also just do the bodice part, because it is probably separate. I could just do the bodice part and then make my own skirt, but it's got these big fun patch pockets on the front. So that is super duper cute. And this one, I wish it had a year on it. I'm gonna assume, so I'm just looking one more time. There is not a year. However, in 1980, I think it was 1980, early 80s anyways, the town I grew up in had a centennial. And as part of the centennial, people were invited to come and have their photos taken. And this woman looks like Dorothy Hamill. And we all had, myself, my mother, and my sister, all had Dorothy Hamill haircuts. And I know for a fact my mother has worn this style of dress. Positive. And it's called the belted tent dress. So this is an super easy to wear dress. Super fast to sew up, I'm sure. It comes with a belt. And I mean, the largest size is, well, it says a 42 hip, 40 bust. Easy enough to alter this to fit my hips. And how much does so the largest size takes 3 3/4 yards of fabric. So it does take a bit of fabric, but that would be a super comfortable summer dress just for like hanging around. Amazing, eh? Like, anyway, again, thank you to Christine and her mom for, let me just count. I got 5, 8, 11 patterns here. 11? Yeah, 11. And I think there was one, she found one more for me. So, how amazing is this? I really looked out, and I'm not really, it wasn't really on my radar, like the 70s wasn't really on my radar for sewing garments, but now that I've seen these patterns, and they'll be fairly easy for me to grade up in the hips and stuff. Like the bust, it'll be slightly for me. The waist, I'm sure slightly, but the hips definitely I'll have to grade up. And I just love the styles. Like the super cute styles. So you will be seeing 1 or 2 of these patterns being made in the future. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my treasure trove here that I got from my friends. Again, thank you, Ermina and Christine. These are all going to good use. I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait to make some of these patterns. I know my thing is more like 1940s, 50s is more my style, but I'm really loving some of the 1970s stuff now, like a lot. And now that I've been making pants, bell bottoms, I'm kind of really digging bell bottoms too. So who knows? Maybe I'm gonna start moving a little bit more into the 1970s. So I'll do 40s to 70s kind of thing in my wardrobe, because why not? There are some really cute things from the 70s. Super cute. You know, even the 60s, there's a tons of really cute stuff. I mean, the beginning of the 60s is still like doing some of the 50s fit and flare, and as you get towards the end of the 60s, you know, things are a little bit looser, less kind of 1920s style shaping, that kind of thing. So yeah, so I might move on to those a little bit, because there's some really cute stuff in there. And the one with the pants, those would be super easy to make, super easy. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed my little show and tell, and I know I did, and I was super excited when I got the patterns, especially the patterns, because, well, I mean, I was excited about getting all of these things, all of them. I really appreciate them all. With the patterns, I thought there was going to be a couple of patterns. I didn't realize, I knew I was getting the handles. I thought there was like 1 or 2 patterns. Did not realize there was going to be that many patterns, which made me super happy. So yes, if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment below what you thought of the contents of my show and tell, and please subscribe. I am very thankful and grateful for everyone that has subscribed so far. I am almost at my goal. I am so close to being at my goal. So please subscribe. I would love it if you joined me here on Killer Kitsch Lizzie. So until next time, stay kitschy. Bye.